Hold up. Wait a minute. Do I see what I think I might? Got a negative slope in sight.
I love math, Mr. Ing.
It's going down from the left to the right. No big deal. The difference in sights. Just write the ratio with the negative sign.
Quiz number 3, 1.1 to 1.2, taken on September 6, 2024. Multiple choice quadratic equation, x squared minus 6x plus 9 is represented by this following graph. The x-intercept of each equation is given as, well, remember an x-intercept has to cross the x-axis. So anywhere it crosses there. In this case, it would be something like this. When we write our order pairs, they go x comma y. So on the x side, it has to either be 1 or 3. This would be choice D. 0, 3 would be 0 on the x, and then this is the y-axis, so that would go up 3. That's the y-intercept, or the y-intercept is really 0, 10. And then 1, 0 would be kind of like right there. Question number 2. Use the graph to answer the following questions. 1 comma negative 4. So this is. So write 1 down negative 4. In that case, that is a vertex. Vertex is a low point. Solutions. I think the next one is negative 1, 0 is a left 1. There. Anything that crosses the x-axis is a solution or an x-intercept. Number 4, the graph shows the height y in feet of a gymnast jumping off a vault after x seconds. For your response question, what is the max height? Well, I see the word height, so the highest is here. So this order pair would be 2 comma 10. X is time, y is height, so my height here is 10. The answer would be 10 feet. So the back side. Consider the quadratic equation x squared plus 10x equals negative 16. Solve the equation by graphing. If the exact roots cannot be found, either state the consecutive integers between which roots are located or approximate the roots to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to write down my equation. And the first thing I'm going to do is set it equal to 0. A common mistake would probably just be that's A, that's B, that's C. I'm going to write standard form. So we know that A is 1, B is 10, C is 16. So I'm going to set equal to 0. That's what we did first. And then I'm going to get the axis of symmetry. B value is 10. A value is 1, so x equals negative 5. Then I have my table of values. I'm going to make my table of values kind of big just in case I need to expand it. Remember, you kind of want to put that in the middle as a good starting point. Calculator here. Y equals in the top left. Let's see, x squared plus 10x, variable runs here, plus 16. Remember, if this is not highlighted, you can just press second graph to give you the table. And I'm going to go ahead and 1 to write -5 there. Okay, mine's not moving, so second window or table set. I want this to be on auto. And that can be like 0, and that can be 1. So -6, -7, so -5, -8, -9, -8, -3, -7. So you'll notice that number 1, there is no zeros, so I'm going to expand my table, and there it is, -8, 0. You'll notice on these 2 points, if you did not, the next point would have been a positive value in the y's. So that could have been the sign change. So -8, 2, 4, 6, 8. $16 is probably something way up there. You could graph all the order pairs if you want to. There's my axis of symmetry. These points are symmetrical. So my axis of symmetry is this yellow line. Whoops, went off. So I can say 2 real solutions at x equals -8 and x equals -2. Again, so I didn't need the consecutive integers because that would have been like if this was a +2, so I don't need that one. Approximate if you wanted to actually use your Chromebook to find that on Desmos. But we did it by hand and with what we had. For B, using your function in question number 4, so this one up here, let's write it down, which we already kind of moved, so I'm probably going to use that one right here. X squared plus 10x plus 16. Find the average rate of change of the given interval, so let's go ahead and evaluate separately. X1, X2, that's an interval, not an order pair. So f of the number, every time there's an x, I'm putting in parentheses. So I'm going to put in -3 there. Again, notice it's in parentheses, power of 2 is on the outside, so that would be 9. -30, -21 plus 6, that would be -5. And if you do this correctly, x1, y1, that's the same order pair that's already on our table of values. Let's try the next one. F of blue. X2 is going to be 1. Put it in there. Simplify it. 1 squared is 1. And to check this number, scroll all the way down to 1, and there it is, that point inside. Okay, now we're going to find the average rate of change. which is basically slope. Remember, you could have the 1s first, minus the 2s, 1 minus the 2s, but it's always the change of y over the change of x. My y2 value here, 27, y1 is -5, x2 is 1, -3, put in parentheses. So that becomes plus, so that'll be 32. That becomes plus over 4. Then my average rate of change is 8. Hope that was helpful. See you guys later. Bye.
Because Mr. Ng is the best teacher because he does everything for his students. So yeah, do math, and we love math. So ta-da! You know what's really funny? Not doing your math homework and Mr. Ng putting your grade down. So yeah, do your math homework.